It's Carl James on Drive Time on Midlands 103.
Midlands 103. Midlands 103.
Alrighty, we've been doing it for the last number of months, The Apprentice. We're really going to miss it now that it ended last night. Well, for Eugene here, 12 long weeks separated him from his family and friends, 11 difficult business challenges, a boardroom like no other in the country, but I do think he made some friends. Let's have a listen to some of his highlights.
Bill Cullen wants to invest in a new business. 4 remain. And tonight, on the final of The Apprentice 2011, only one can become Bill Cullen's new business partner.
This could lead on to bigger things. I want to win this process because it's not just about one idea I have.
She is lashing through the potatoes at the moment.
I have so many ideas in my head. I think this could lead on to bigger things. I've sold cars, I attend auctions, and better things with Bill Cullen.
Which 3 people would give you the best job reference? Peter Jones, Barack Obama and Eddie Jordan. Do you know these people?
No.
Why give that answer?
I made a mistake on my application form.
How did you make that mistake?
My own stupidity.
Which 3 people would give you the worst reference? Hitler, Bin Laden and Simon Cowell.
I'm not a singer. I think Simon Cowell would fire me for my...
Are you trying to justify that?
No, I can't justify it.
Absolutely. Never seen such rubbish in all my life.
400 I'm bid. Now at 400 euro I'm bid. At 400, 500 he says. At 500 euro I'm bid. At 600 euro I'm bid now. At 600 euro, this is a cheap motorcycle here.
I've come to the decision that I want to challenge you, Eugene, to meet the challenges of Auction House. So for that reason, you are hired.
Eugene here, winner of The Apprentice 2011. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks very much, Carl. I still get the goosebumps when I hear it.
I do as well.
The music.
Yeah, just thinking back to the programme and the clips from different nights and stuff, and I think back, like it's like I was in the show myself, nearly. You know?
Yeah. Well, Jesus, when I just heard the clips there again about the whole Hitler and Bin Laden thing, I mean, Jesus Christ Almighty. Well, don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, well, like you did. Was there another section on the application form where you would have put in real references?
Yeah, there actually was, and that was the thing that got me last night. I guess when I was in the interview there, and she said to me she wanted to talk to me about what I had put on the reference, and I was thinking, I can't really remember who I put on it, and then when she started going Eddie Jordan, I was thinking, oh yeah, I don't think I should have put Eddie Jordan on that one, and then when Bin Laden came out and Simon Cowell, I was just like, uh-oh. But look, it was all a bit of fun, and at the end of the day, I wasn't taking it too seriously or anything like that.
Well, look, you would have made a lot of friends in the house. We've had Brian Kerwin coming on to do a kind of a look at each show for the last number of weeks since he got the bullet himself. He's been in for the last hour because The Apprentice is over. We were having the crack for the last hour. Eugene, he did say you're a very nice guy. He never tried to get involved himself in little argy-bargy arguments. He tried to stay clear of any of that. How'd you get on with Brian in the house?
Brian was a great guy. I mean, he's Brian. Brian would have a good sense of humour, and he was always one for cracking jokes. But there's a very good serious side to Brian as well, and I think that came through in a lot of the tasks. And I have a lot of time for him, a lot of respect for him. So I hope he does really well out of the show, and I hope all the other candidates do well, because it's very difficult, Carl, to put yourself on national TV to make a complete clown of yourself. Yeah. And the audience out there doesn't actually know what we go through. The process itself, I mean, you probably wouldn't sign it if you knew exactly what you were signing up for. But when things go smoothly on The Apprentice, no one will watch it because it doesn't make for good TV. But you want to see Eugene sitting there with 700 euros worth of sales and the other team with 53 or 54,000. I mean, that makes TV, and that's what we're there for, I guess. And
I said that to Brian as well, Eugene, where you're asked to comment sort of off camera, obviously on camera, but out of the scene, what do you think of Carl? What do you think of Brian, right? How do you think this task is going? Like, that interrupts your actually work when you're trying to work in the task.
Absolutely, Carl. Yeah, absolutely. You're taken out of the environment where there's one camera on the whole group, and literally it says, Carl, you come outside with me now, and you're going to talk and you're going to give an interview. So the rest of us can't really work inside until that interview is done. And I mean, if you don't give what they really want you to say, I mean, if there is something evident there, and if someone's not pulling their weight, and if you don't say it, I mean, your interview won't end. So you can't get back to the rest of your team. So, a lot of it is to do with editing, but, the show itself, I mean, it's to test your ability. It's to make sure that you can think on your feet. And I still think it was an amazing experience. And it really changes your whole perception on business as well.
It certainly does. And I'm just looking up a bit on your own website and stuff. Wacky Paddy's Irish Pub.
That's it, yeah.
Tell us, you got involved in property and stuff, and did you actually put the actual thing together, the development where you sold off the units and then opened up the pub? How did it come together, that?
Yeah, it was just, I was over there and, things were going pretty well, and we had a lot of people coming over from Ireland doing business over there and whatnot, and I just thought that it would be a good idea. I had no experience in the bar trade. I mean, I'd never pulled a pint before, and one of the days I woke up, I think it was on a January morning, and I said, I'm going to open a bar, and by that evening I had a bar secured and done, and the rest is history. It opened up, and we were the biggest live music venue there in Sunny Beach in Bulgaria, so it was all good, and it had a good few years there. But, the recession did hit us pretty bad, I guess, same as in Ireland, and people didn't have the same money to spend on drink anymore. Yeah,
you lived over there for a few years, did you, Eugene?
I certainly did, yeah. I was over there for 6 or 7 years, on and off. So, it's a big change coming back to Ireland, but, happy to be back.
I'm just thinking back to the interviews last night. They didn't make the interview process, certainly for television, as long as other years, because they obviously had a second part of the show where you're presenting. But
absolutely, yeah.
I loved, and I actually chatted to Brian about this last hour, I loved the way, they're trying to, basically pull the pee out of you. They're trying to be really like, when you give your name, it's like you're telling a lie. That's how bad, and that's their job. But I love the way you were so short with them. It was brilliant. They couldn't get anything out of you, like with the silly references you get for a laugh. They tried to poke fun at you, and you were so short. It was brilliant.
Well, at the end of the day, I knew going into the final that I was going to be shredded. I knew no matter what I said or what I had done, you were going in there to be shredded and to see how you would behave. So it didn't really bother me, Carl, to be perfectly honest. I was just going to be myself. Now, it may have come across as I was being rude or cocky or arrogant. I've been reading some of the messages of the people. People said I was arrogant or whatever, but you have to understand, when you're putting yourself on national television and people there are there to judge you, they don't actually know what's being thrown at you, so it can be portrayed in a different way. And I don't believe that I am cocky or arrogant. That's not my demeanour naturally. Yeah. But I just wasn't going to let anyone slate me and make me look a fool on TV.
Now, we've asked this to everyone. It's obviously been different up to today, because we've always had fired people on. But today we'd ask you, as you entered the process way back, Eugene, did you honestly think, or what what rating would you give yourself to actually win the process when you entered it?
Well, I didn't know, you see. When you go into it, you're told very little. You wake up early in the morning, and you go on to a task, and you don't know the task, what you have to do, what it entails. So, when you go into the boardroom, you really don't know what way it's going to go. And from the first task onwards, we didn't know, it's going back and forward, and you're grilled for maybe 30 minutes or so. So you don't know what way the outcome is going to be, and you think you've done something good on a task. And a matter of fact, when you go into the boardroom, it's something bad, and it's horrifying when you realise what you've done. And Bill is saying, are you stupid? Did you not do what you're doing? And you're thinking to yourself, Jesus, yeah, you're actually right, but it wasn't exactly like what you're saying, but I can't say anything. But no, I certainly didn't see myself in the final. There was a lot of other strong contestants there. I think I respected all of them, and I just kind of went through it quietly, didn't say a whole lot, but as time went on, and you sacrifice so much time and energy to be there, then you kind of say to yourself, yeah, I actually want to win this now because I put so much effort into it.
Yeah, be ashamed to exit now, not win. Well, you did do the business. And back to reality and your business idea, Auction House, and I was looking it up there. I love the way on your Fire programme last night, just as it was about to kind of end, Bill cut in and says, the official opening is the first auction in February in the Liffey Valley. I love the way he got it in there.
Yeah. No, there is a stock there of cars that we're going to be selling under the hammer. It's on the 2nd of February, and we have 200 cars going through there up in Liffey Valley Renault. So that's really the start of it, and we've actually been approached by a lot of companies there today, since the Apprentice has been on last night, just asking us would we do auctions around the country. So, we have a mobile rig, and that's going to take to the road in January, and we'll be hitting sort of communities all over Ireland. So anyone that has anything to sell, we're there. We have the resources to shift stock. So you log on to the website, it's House.ie, and you can register whatever you have there with us, and we'll contact you and we'll shift it for you.
Yeah, so basically you might necessarily not operate in general out of showrooms in particular. You'll be on the move all the time.
Absolutely. We're going to be doing plant and machinery, and we've been approached to do furniture, antiques, everything. Just literally bankrupt stock, repossessed stock, whatever we can get, we'll be auctioning.
So
and it'll be more of an event, Carl, as well. We're going to have prizes. We're going to get the community involved, and it'll be like an auction that's never been seen in Ireland before.
Bit of crack, I'll tell you. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to save your number on my phone. If I have something to sell, you'll do me a good deal, will you, Eugene?
Oh, we will indeed. We will indeed. Whatever you have, you text me on a picture, I'll have a look at it and we'll flog it for you. No problem at all.
You were great in action last night in the second part of the task. It wasn't your first day doing the auctioneering. It was brilliant.
No, I've done it before, and as I said, I was pretty comfortable doing it, and I think most of the candidates, Noel was happy enough pitching his business there, as was Joanne and Morris, so I think it was a good way to end the show.
Well, Eugene here, it's a pleasure talking to you at the end of a programme that I enjoyed myself, not just for the radio station, but at home. And it brought us some great nights. So we're going to miss it. What are we going to do now on a Monday night?
Yeah, I know. I don't have to hide behind the sofa anymore. It's great on a Monday night, but it'll be sorely missed. It'll be sorely missed.
Well, look, have a great Christmas, and you'd never know, we might talk to you next year, Eugene, all right?
Absolutely, Carl. Yeah, keep in touch. And happy Christmas to all the staff there, and I hope it's a good new year for you.
Thanks a lot. Congrats.
Thank you. Bye-bye.